So, dear friends, welcome to the next discussion on the Economics for Everyone series lectures. We are discussing various schools of economics. In the previous sessions, we discussed about um, John Maynard Keynes, and we discussed about the various issues related to Great Depression, how Keynes' ideas helped the world to come out of depression. Okay. Today we'll discuss the next schools of economic thought process called the Marxism. So we'll obviously discuss about one of the greatest economists, philosopher, theorist, Karl Marx. Karl Marx, between 1818 to 1883, was a philosopher, author, and social theorist, and an economist. He is famous for his theories about capitalism and communism. Marx, in conjunction with Friedrich Engels, published the Communist Manifesto in 1848. And later in life, he wrote Das Kapital. The first volume was published in Berlin in 1867, his famous book. It talks about the whole manifesto and the what do you call the uh, historic or materialistic interpretation of history. Okay, the second and third volumes were published posthumously in 1885 and 94 respectively after his death, which basically discuss the labor theory of value. Okay. Now, Karl Marx's ideas have revolutionized a part of the world. Like we discussed earlier, how Adam Smith ideas have revolutionized Adam Smith and other classical economist ideas like David Ricardo, J.B. Say, J.S. Mill, Alfred Marshall. Their ideas have revolutionized the capitalist world's ideas, philosophies, and how Keynesian ideas have revolutionized the increasing role of government even in capitalistic countries. Marx ideas have revolutionized whole new ideas of thinking and formed the basis of revolution in countries like Russia and I mean, laid the foundation of communism, socialism in the world as against capitalism. Okay, and Marx was heavily critical about the capitalistic ideas. He observed it is heavily exploitative through the experiences in 19th century industrialization in England, how the capitalists exploit the laborers and how the laborers will collectively go across and to establish what we call it as a sort of equal egalitarian society. Okay, along with Friedrich, he wrote about a lot of ideas in the Communist Manifesto. Okay, which was later heavily influenced people like Stalin, Lenin, and rebellion leaders in Russia, and to some extent leaders in, of course, large extent in China, and hence laid the foundation of communism or socialism. Now, Marx's critical theories about society, economics, and politics, collectively understood as Marxism, which hold that human societies develop through class conflict. In the capitalist mode of production, this manifests itself in the conflict between the ruling class, known as the bourgeoisie, and that control the means of production, and the working class, known as the proletariat, that enable these means by selling their labor power in return for wages. Employing a critical approach known as the historical materialism, as I discussed earlier, Marx predicted that capitalism produced internal tensions like previous socio-economic system, and those would lead to its self-destruction of capitalism and replacement by a new system known as the socialist mode of production. For Marx, class antagonisms under capitalisms, owing its part of instability and crisis-prone nature, would eventuate the working class development of class consciousness, leading to their conquest of political power and eventually the establishment of a classless communist society constituted by a free association of producers. See, note it. What he says is class antagonisms under capitalism, owing to its instability and crisis-prone nature of capitalism, would eventuate the working class development of class consciousness, leading to a conquest of political power, and eventually, what do you call, lead to an establishment of classless community society constituted by a free association of producers. Marx actively pressed for its implementation, arguing that the working class should carry out organized proletarian revolutionary action to topple the capitalism and bring about socio-economic emancipation. That's the way he was talking about it. Okay. Um, Marx has been, as I discussed with you, been described as one of the most influential figures in human history, and his work has been both lauded and criticized. His work in economics laid the basis for much of the current understanding of labor and its relation to capital and subsequent economic thought. Many intellectual, labor unions, artists, and political parties worldwide have been influenced by Marx's work, and with many modifying and adapting his ideas. Marx is typically cited as one of the principal architects of modern social science. Okay, thank you. We'll meet again in the next discussion.